doesn't have to make sense. Let's start Sudoku. Excellent tutelage. Beginning with the easy mode, as you do. Just going to show that it can prove difficult to say the right number. Regular average considered. And now we begin actuals. Alright, let's see here. To start with, this is a 1. Which was obvious. And then we have another 1. The 2s. 2. 2D. I'm stupid. 2D. 3D. 3. 4. 4. 8. Well, yeah, that has to be the configuration. There's no other way to put an 8 on the far side, and this one goes in the middle. Yes, that makes all the sense. This is a 5. And we have another 5 over here. So got a place it could go in that block. And then we have this 5, which makes this a 5. Final 5. 9s include the bottom 9 and this one, which doesn't block the other positions. And then you have this one, which is the only remaining for there. This one, which doesn't block the other position, and this one, which is their last number is 6. Last number is 7. Can probably do another 7. And final 7. With this 7. 6 is something. Where can the 3 go? Here. And last number is 8. That's an 8. That is a 4. 4. 4. 4. 3 is very 3 with 3. 8 is here. 9 would be there. 1, you done. Has to be here so it doesn't block. And then 6 is, well, here, there, there. Pretty much all the numbers are 6, except for that 2. Not a bad, easy. On to candidate medium. Starting immediately with a 9, 1, 6, leading into the unknown. That's a 6. Let me take off my glasses for this bullshit. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 if middle, 7 then elsewhere, but unless, and so on. I would assume this is the 7, but it's unclear. Okay, let's look for individuals. We gotta, oh, that's, no, not helpful. 3, 7, 4, 7, 9, 2, 1, 2, 3, 8, 5, 9, 10, 2, 7, 8, 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, 9, 2, 1, 4, no. Multiple facets of my brain failing to activate. Sadness. If 4 in the column 2, 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 9, 8, 3, 1, 7. Why do I already need oxygen? Why am I immediately stumped? I mean, we got this one, which means the only 2 you can place is in this row, so therefore it can't be in that row because it's already in that. On this side, it's taken. So that's helpful a little. Similarly, the 3, 7, 8, 7, 8 pair, 3 is here, so that solves for that a little bit. And then 6, 1, 2. If 2 must, and 9 must, 1 and 3, it's most likely 6, 7, 1 of these is a 1. And the 6 might be here with the 3 here. Yeah, I think these 3 carry the 6, 7. Yeah, that's a 6. That has to be a 6. And then I think, I don't know. Well, I try to think of how to tile the plane. It's like 6, 7, or 7, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. So this one can't be a 7, 8 because there are only 3 numbers for that set. So yeah, this is a 6. That is guaranteed, I think. And then if this is a 5, then this is not a 5, for example. And also 7, 8, which is required. But that means this is most likely to be 3, but we don't know. And this also is a 6, so that's something, but not much to go with. If 5, 5, the 5, finito. If you 5, 5, 5, something like that, there's something. If 2 here, because vertical, ounce-wise, 2, there's lots of room for 3, most likely then 4, or 5. If 5, then say 7, 3, I don't know. Dang it, I'm not finding anything. Okay, 1, 4, 8 means most likely not, but we don't know. How do I know? The words of a song go. I didn't research, didn't recite. If you think of 9, nothing comes to mind. I'll say a prayer every 5? That's a 5. So that makes this a 5, which makes that's something at least. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, no, I barely found that. And then 2, 5, 2, 2. Can I find Sudoku anywhere? I don't know. 7 is hard. It's a 7, 7. Okay, if 7 cannot go in the side unless ounce-wise, then 7 must. That's a good one. I like that. Little bit of elimination. This is a 4, obviously. 4 can't go anywhere else. That's a 1. So that's good. And then we have the other 4 because that's a 1. That's a 2. Right? And then that would make this a 1, 3, 8 pair set. But the 3, if this is a 3, no, 1, 8 is 1, 8, 1, 8, 3. I would rather have the 3 up here. That way 3, 4, 9 has space. You know what I mean? So that means 3 is up here. Most definitely. which leaves this 8. Yeah, because then you have enough numbers to tile this plane. That's 7, leading into nothing. Still, but we're getting there. Okay, so lengthwise 4, and similarly 4, similarly, Somali, small. What the hell's with my brain right now? Nine, 8, 2, 3. Something about 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3. It's most likely, like, let's say 9, 2, 3. I don't know. Well, what of these numbers? Well, then you'd have to 8, and then 9, 2, 9. If 8, 1 pair, 8, 1 is here. Therefore, 8 cannot be elsewhere. 8, 1 is definitely in these two, so everywhere else in the column it cannot be, for example. Because that takes care of that 8, 1. And then the 8, 9 is the other 8 alternate. But we know it's there, definitely. Those two are the ones where it can be. Which also means it can't be anywhere else in the block, which forces that to be a 5. Forces this to be nothing understood, but that's at least something. That's a 3. That's a 9. 4. 3. Right? And then we have 4, obviously. And we have the 5, 2 pair. That's nice. 8, 2, 9, 2, 8. 8, if 8, 9, 8, 9, then 9 cannot elsewhere in the row, for example. And also, we don't know where it is in the box, but that's fine. And then we only have 1, 8 in this box, leaving this to be 1. So that's good. There's a 1, 8. No binary, only deduction so far. Yet I fail. What? What do you mean I failed? How did I fail? What did I do wrong? Oh, did I binary that? Oh, fuck. Did something lead to that, or did I binary it? Well, that sucks. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Whoops. No, wait, that's not a binary, that's a choice, because this box forces it to be 8. So that means if that's the only option, then I have to go back to where we have more options for 8 in that box, which makes sense, because if this is the 8, what do I do? Wrong button. It makes that a 1, that an 8. That's a 1. But why did I come to those conclusions before, I wonder? How? Okay, what's left then? Well, we have, I'm surprised we were able to find anything. This is a 3, because 7, 2 is already taken, which forces this to be a 2, this to be a 7, this to be a 9, 3, 2, 9, 3, 9, 8, 3, 7, 5, 3, 8. I'm surprised I corrected myself. I didn't have to go far back. That was good. Yeah, this is why I do the easy, because it prepares me for when it collapses like this. And we are correct. That wasn't too bad. One little mistake. Right, let's begin. Hard mode. Candidate. Level 4 of all things. Okay, starting with maybe 4 for some reason. It's not limited enough, but it's, yeah, not even close. Except for, yeah, there's a 4 there. That's something. And then switching, we try 2. Don't see it. Not bygone conclusions. Well, 3 is on the top. That doesn't help. 7815. Well, 5 in the box. And then this is an interesting quad. Giramo. 1, 8, 6, 5, 3. Can't see anything there. 2, 6, 7, 9. 9 vertical. 8, 1 pair. Remove the other candidate 8s. And candidate 1. And the candidate 1. And the candidate 8. And candidate 1. Because those are the only... Oh, and 6 and 2, apparently. That is a large amount of information. Because 6, 2 pair, it can't be anywhere else in the column. So that's a lot of information. So similarly, that leaves this to be a 2, which is nice. That's a 6, 1 pair. If you think about it as a 6, 1 pair, but it can't be 6, 1, 9, 8, 1, 7, 1, 4. Interesting. La. can I learn from what I've done? Six, two column, two row. This one's so busy. You would think it would just pop right out, but it doesn't. Two. Never mind. Well, actually, it doesn't. Okay. Wait, if that's 2 6 in the box, that means that's not a 6 anywhere else in the box. Removing all other 2s and 6s from box. We already know where they are. That's the beautiful thing about binaries, because it removes all possible alternates. Like that. So we see a 9, 1, and then vertically we see 6, 8, 7, 9, doesn't help. And someone calling me on Discord? Why would they do that? God, I wish I could breathe. Says as I breathe. As I live and breathe. Hey, look, this 1 must be here, so that means like it has to be in the top because it can't be elsewhere in the top in the other boxes. So that means this is a 9. That's cool. I like that. And then therefore 1 must be in this box somewhere here. That's nice. And if 9 was at the top, then 9 couldn't be at the bottom, but we don't know. Little eliminations here and there are nice. Anything on the vertical from the 9 being removed? Well, we've forced 6 to be in this box. And seriously, why can't I breathe? What is with this? Like, it's not the same as being groggy. I shouldn't be groggy. I haven't had coffee. Or whatever other reasons. Similarly, 1 could be anywhere in the vertical, horizontal, or other boxes and elsewhere. Oh, that's a 9. That's the only 9 in the box. That's kind of also very obvious. If you look at any other 9s around, you could have taken that from Sudoku. Whoops! That was simple. Doesn't help, but it's simple enough. Which is helpful. Help simple. If 8, 1, 6 pair and 8 must wait, if 8 must be up here with the 7, 8 pair, you can't have 8 in the bottom. This is not an 8, meaning this is the 8. That makes sense. Which forces the other 8, 1. This is all working out nicely. And the breathing happens intermittently. Could just be groggy. Something, something, something. The 4 is up. The 1 needs to be up, but it has to... Wait, no. The 1 alternates with the 8, so that doesn't prove anything. Oh, there's so many binaries there, it's annoying. 2, 6. Interesting. 2, 6, 4, 5. 1, 9. It's interesting that it's a diagonal 9. And then this 9 can be in this row and alternate. The 7 is equally equal. Well, then you must have a 7 in the middle somewhere. That's just a blatant 6 waiting for me to touch it. Fine, I'll touch the 6. Okay. That's normal way to talk. If I do 3, it leaves 5, 1, which leaves the remaining tiles. So that's the way you have to do it. And that doesn't give me anything. Usual. Yeah, because if I took the 5, I wouldn't have enough to tile the plane. Or if I took the 1. You get it. Okay. If 6 is in middle and bottom, think about 1, 5, 5, 6, 1, 3, 9. Are all those? Oh, but it doesn't say which ones are who where. Because if this is a 1, that's a 6. Meaning all the 6s can't be elsewhere. And then we have a 5, 9, and this top one is a 3. But then, oh wait, the 3 is known because of the row. So that's helpful. Except for not. Doesn't give us any information. But that's nice. 8 is alternate with the 4, but there's too many 4s, so it's most not likely. Or something. 1, 8, 4, 9. I want to try to think of it as a trinary and a binary, but I can't because it's a quint. Freaking quint. If 5, 1, that doesn't tell me anything. 6, 3, 9, 8. 7, 2. 2 in the... 2 in the what the hell? Where is the where? This is 7. God, if only I could just find something. We're so close. 4, 1. Wait. 1. No, there's too many 1 binary. 3 vertical is in this box. That's definite. It takes up at least one of those spaces. There's only 2 spaces. 3 elsewhere. Chem F3 is friggin' binary alternate. Stupid incandescent memories. All the way. Find something, damn you. I don't want to freaking do... Is this a hard? Oh god, it's a hard. Of course it's a hard. God damn it. 518777. 516. Let's start a binary, see what happens. I guess. Not a lot of info that way. There wouldn't be any info the other way either, would there? No. Does not inform. What about this 1-5? This 1 makes that 5. And doesn't... Makes this a 6. Which leaves 5-9, which seems good. And then... Two. 5. What the hell? That's just one binary. That doesn't give me enough to work with. Does it? Am I missing something? And the breathing. Oh, this would be a 6 then. Right. So that's something, I guess. Incandescent memories. Wait, did I do the same logic the other place, but it's not good logic? Where if I 8 leaves 7 2. Oh god, who knows how far into a binary I am right now. Help. Oh, I hate this. Let's try it. 8 1 7. It's very divisive, this one. There are a lot of strings. Leads across to nowhere. Oh, and I can't see it. Oh, but I can smell it. Well, let's say 6. If 6, then 2. 8, 2, 3. All seems not contradictory still. How do I stumble into these things and it seems correct? 8 in the column, 8, 9, no. 3, column, no. Well, that does make this a 2. Which doesn't tell me anything else. Oh, that's a 2. Not a 2. How does 6? Oh, that's because that's the only place a 6 could go. That's the logic I used. I had the wrong thought of what logic I used. And that's fine. As long as I find it again. 8, 9, 8, 9, alternate 7. Sheesh, this is annoying. And 3 in the vertical. God dang it, I'm getting closer, but I'm also like, I can't, nothing can collapse it for me. There's no intuition in this, it's just binary. It's so stupid. If 4, 5, 4, 5, 7, leaving 6, we have enough to tile the plane if 6 is found. But we don't know which 6. And if only I could find out. 4, 9, no, 4. Oh, 9 in the row. That's a deduction based off of multiple binaries leading me here, which makes no sense that we ever get this far using binary. That's not okay. I don't like that. It doesn't feel right. I mean, it gets me there, but it doesn't feel right. 'Cause, like, I have to kind of just walk a path and see if I'm down the right road and then try to remember my footsteps. And there I am at the end. And now we go to level, we have been requested multiple times to get to level this one where I do binary. I don't, fuck off. Where I do, your mom, where I do the freaking puzzle without help. 5. Or candidate. I'm not going to use individual candidate because I don't like doing that, so I'm just going to have to do it my own self. And by which I mean, this might take a very long time. If 6, 6, and also 6, 6 means the last 6 is up here. That's at least understood, right? The other ones are blocking the top row. So the only top row that is available is that one. So that's helpful, except for not helpful at all, but whatever. The 7 top row is available. I would say, yeah, there's not enough information about 7. 3 looks simple, but again, if you consider if I go here or there, that leaves 4 3s here and there. That's where they can go. For example, there cannot be a 3 here. That's not where 3 will end up. I know that. So therefore, it would have to go up or down. This would have to go here or there. Possibly here. And there's not enough really to go on. Except for, again, if we consider the top, then the only way you can put a 3 at the top, because I'm assuming this box has to take the middle position, unless, well, yeah, I don't know, because if I go here, for example, the top has to be taken. So it's either here or here for the top. It's in that box. Meaning this one has to be in this side, leaving this. So it's between, it's somewhere in here and somewhere in there. And then, so it has to be up. The other one can be anywhere else. And then the remaining has to be here and what's left. And I can't see it yet, but I'm like, it's like putting the numbers there without actually putting the numbers there, with the stupid information overload. Top and bottom works. This one could be here. But so equally in the middle you can't. So if I go here, for example, it puts one in the bottom there, and then because there has to be something in the bottom, it can't be on this block, so it has to be either here or there. And this one is either here, here, here. And then if it's down, that precludes this one, so it would have to be up. And then also middle. And something, and I don't have any information whatsoever. Can I find another number, please? God help me. 4? If you consider that 4 is blocked here and there, then we have these 2 positions, which doesn't tell me enough. So I'm tempted to candidate the ones that I'm like, yeah, these are where it could be for those, and I'm gonna forget which ones are what. So it's like it's all either in my head or I don't know. Maybe personal candidate it's harder because it doesn't update like the auto candidate. And at that point, it's just dumb hard. If I consider 1, I can consider it to be there, 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 and there. According to everything that I can see here. So let's just tile all of the places a 1 could go. Go through all the numbers, tile all the numbers, and then start with the process of that. There's absolutely nothing blocking any of these, so that's where that goes. This goes here. And if it goes there, then we know it doesn't go here, for example. So that's obvious. So we can already start eliminating, which is more information than I started with. This one's already taken, and that's all the ones taken care of. Now we look at the 2's. 2's could go here and there, which leaves the remaining 2's like it can't be elsewhere. So I'm just gonna keep these to the bottom row because that's the only way that works in my head. And then we need maybe 2's here. We don't know. I can't make eliminations on those positions because I can't. There's not enough information. That's obviously not a 2 inside of its own box that already contains a 2. And 2 on this side. And we go to 3. 3 can be here and there. Not here. So there and there. That's very limiting. And then we have 3 in technically this box. I would say since it can't be on the top, we know that it has to be on the top in this box. And we know it has to be on the bottom in this box. Because it cannot be on the top in this box. So it has to be on the top in this box and the bottom in this box. So I'm not even going to write down these 3's because they're not possible in my brain. And I am correct in saying so. Making that assessment. I can't figure out the rest of these, so that's not a 3. So that's the only 3 in the top, so we've already eliminated that. There you go. That was easy. And then we only have these 2 3's left, which, if these are in the middle, which it can only be, and this is the only other place that it could be, then that's a 3. This is so weird. It's such a different way of looking at it. I don't hate it, actually. I'll do it. I'll do it. Moving up, we see 3's can be here, 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 and there. And then here. No, it has to be on the top. We know that. That is guaranteed. As I've stated before. Must. And then if we consider it to be unknown, then, well, not there, obviously. Well, so it'd be here, here, and here. And there. No 3's in this box. The bottom is all 3 out. Alright, and then we consider 4's. We've already considered this 4. And this box can have 4's in there on the top. In here only. That's interesting. This box has already been considered, which leaves a lot of unknowns. Well, this side only. in the middle, here, here, and here. And then it's most likely that if we can't put one on the bottom anywhere else, well, we could put one here. Why not? I don't know. It's about to think that. It's like, no, there's no reason to not put them. All the 4s are taken care of. Now we gotta take care of the 5s, which are on the side, here, and here, and here, and there, not on the top. And then maybe here. Yeah. No 5s in this box. 5s here, which is crowded. But that's the only place they can be, because they can't be on they can't be on there, so therefore they can't be here. That's helpful. Hodgepodge, doobadoo. Shut up. 6 is already considered, isn't it? No. Okay, let's consider 6. So if we go here and here, and then we go to this box has it, this one has it. So a lot of 6 is already taken. So we don't need to do more 6s. Just those. Oh, there's this one. That one. So, of course, it's a binary. Great. That's fine. Considering 7, we have here and there. And then we have on the side, we have this. This one, that one, that one, and this one. And we have this one, that one, and that one. This, that, and that. The bottom row is taken care of. Here and there. And there, I guess. 8 is hardly known. So it's a lot of 8 potential. But that's interesting. Well, it forces elsewhere. Similarly, 9, I could consider to be, well, hold on. If 9 here and 9 there, they totally block everything except for this, so that's a 9. That's an understood. It is irrelevant. That's just how it is. This is a 1. Forcing these to not be 1s, which I have to do manually, which is annoying the hell out of me. And also, this is not a 1, this is not a 1, this is not a 1. Other 9s include here and there. Maybe here. Does only a 9 fit in that box? Why does a 5 not fit in that box? You're right, it could be a 5, couldn't it? Did I mislabel that? Ah, sheesh. It doesn't help. Or it does, I don't know. Then we have 9s in the middle row. And then we have 9s anywhere in this box on the top. So if 9 must be on the top, it cannot be here, for example. So am I missing something else about this? Did I miss 7 in this box? Okay, let's fill every 7. Oh god, I hate mixing up stuff. 4, 5, 6, 3, 3. Okay, we know we've removed because this 3 on the top and also there's a 3 here. So okay, and then so and not 2 because of the sideways. If all of this is correct, which let's face it, I don't know if it's all correct. That would mean this is a 7. That's a 1. Oh shit, I hate this. I hate it. I can't. My brain doesn't have what it takes to do it. Like, consider auto. It says 8s elsewhere. So, like, I have to place those 8s. And now I'm just doing semi-auto and it should fuck up. I said candidate auto. Oh my god. Wait, no. If considered on the side, 8 cannot be elsewhere. It has to be in the middle. So it's not there. You would say it's there because you're wrong. You're wrong. It cannot be there. It can be here. That's the thing. It's like you have to consider. I've already made eliminations about where it can be and what's possible. So I'm like, what about this 3? Is the 3 correct? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. If this is a 3, that removes this as a 3. What numbers could go there? It says 8. Well, it's not 8. So therefore it has to be actually 3. I hate using auto along with it. That's stupid. That's not helping. Let's just put in the numbers we have. And if I did it right, then I did it right. And who cares? Remove the 5. 3 column, remove the 3s. Um, 3 in the box. Sheesh. Well, if 5, 2, 4, if all this is correct, problem is there's a bunch of other numbers elsewhere, like it says 2s. Did I neglect the 2s? It would seem that I've neglected many 2s. What the fuck? A 1? Well, this can't, wait, this can't be a 1. Fuck's sakes. Stupid. These are not 1s. So much to consider. So that's a 5. That makes this a 6. I have to remove 6 from the candidates. And the 5s. Making this a 2. 4. Remove 4. Nine? Huh? Oh. Oh God, I can't. 8. 4. 6. 9. 5. Shit, I hate using candidate system. It's so hard. My brain doesn't think in that way. I should do easy candidate system because it's such a stupid method that's like auto candidate doesn't help me and whatever, all this shit. Fuck off. I'm just gonna reset the puzzle. Oh my God, it's so stupid. I can't. I said one thing was a 6 because if the top row has to have a 6, well, this one, a 6 is blocked by this and this, so it has to be that. But I still can't see past that. I have to do candidate. And then I have to, like, tile the whole bullshit my manual self, and I hate that. Like, consider all of this shit. And it's like, I give up. The problem is my brain can't do it. I don't care for I don't care for level 5 and 6, okay? Level 5 and 6 is like I either can push myself into doing level 5 and 6 or like it's just a lot more buttons. It's a lot more things I have to write down. And it's gonna take a minute. Like, for example, if auto candidate says the 1 could be in the middle, it's lying. And therefore also there's auto candidate says there's a 9 here, so there just is a 9 there, which I wouldn't have known except for it's the only like wait, why is there only a 9 there? That doesn't make sense. Go back. No, there isn't. Well, no, that's the only place. That's the only thing that could go in that place, which means I'd have to figure out why is that? And it's like, well, the 5 has to go somewhere. It can't go. It can only go on the bottom. The thing, something. 2 is blocked. The 1 is blocked. Everything but the 9 is blocked. So that's the logic that I would have to use to figure that out. And elsewise, similarly, these are ones that I could eliminate. I would rather use eliminations than trying to tile the plane myself. I hate it, and I've done this long enough, and today I don't have the energy to do it. I feel like I've been on this long enough. I'm sorry that I wasted who knows how much time on level 5. I don't want to do level 5. I sure as hell don't want to do level 6. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day I'll be level 5 and 6. Maybe I'll have the discipline to have the methodology, and I'll just do it. And then, can I even use candidate, and is that considered to be level 7 and 8? I don't know. I don't want to have a level 7 and 8. I'm not even going to consider what it would be like to play like easy with candidate because that's stupid. It's not even considered. Easy with candidate is irrelevant and dumb and pointless. And it's either with auto candidate or with just sudoku, and I can solve it with sudoku in 4 minutes. If I okay, let's for some stupid reason say I tried to do easy with auto candidate or with regular candidate. I'd have to say that this would be a 1. Well, that's a 1 from sudoku. I don't need to candidate that. But then I would candidate like here and here, for example. And I would say these ones. And then I'd say that's a 2 because it just is a 2 over here. And whatever. I don't care. I don't care to use candidate. I can do I don't need easy with candidate. It's a stupid idea. But so like there's this weird thing where it's like self-candidate medium is level 5 for me when it comes to the okay, so the weird thing about it is that in order to force myself to use candidate on easy, it technically makes it take longer. Even though it should give more information, for an easy mode, it's actually just prolonging. I almost want to call it an anti-difficulty because it's some weird thing that's like it doesn't make it harder. It makes it easier, but it's not needed to solve, it's not helping to solve the puzzle. It's making it harder. So it's like maybe I just don't even consider candidate easy. But then where would I place candidate easy versus auto candidate medium and auto candidate hard? I don't know. I don't want to find out because it feels pedantic to even consider what is regular candidate easy. Um, but that's it. Whatever. I don't even know what I did to try what I did. If I'm gonna do medium, no candidate, or with candidate, normal, I am going to devote a video to that, and that will be a standalone thing. And Lord knows I don't want to do that right now. I'm done. Sorry to waste your time.